So I want to talk about what is really the only thing that matters if you're running Facebook ads. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Brian Moran. I'm the founder over at SamCart and Creator U, and then most recently Typeset. Made my first $1 million online by the time I was 25, all from Facebook ads, selling my own products. By the time I was 35, sold over $100 million worth of products, primarily driven by Facebook ads. I was one of the first few folks to get on Facebook ads way back in the day. So I've seen this platform from its very infancy to today. And the good news is today it is incredibly easy compared to how it was a long time ago. Most people today, if you watch YouTube videos or buy courses about Facebook ads, they make them more complicated than they need to be, because if they didn't, their course would be about 8 minutes long. And that's what I'm going to give you in this video. It's really the only thing that you need to know, because Facebook does almost everything for you now. So if you look at your ad over on the right-hand side, your ad is really made up of like only a couple things. You have your main creative, the image or the video right in the middle, the headline, and then the actual post text. Nothing else really matters. Like the button over here doesn't really matter. The comments now don't even really matter, because Facebook actually does most of the work for you and brings a lot of the good ones up to the top. Managing them can be a huge pain in the ass, but can be valuable. But we used to have to do so much more when it came to actually managing our ad account, like having all these different audiences and figuring out which ones were the best one to drive this ad to. There were 3, 4, 5 different ways to optimize your ads, the landing pages, different campaign types, splitting everything. You'd have one campaign with 15 different ad sets. Each ad set had hundreds of domains or hundreds of ads. Then you had more campaigns. Now we pretty much have everything in one campaign, one ad set, and a couple of ads. And that really comes down to what is the only thing that really matters. And that is this image or the video. We actually kind of had this big aha moment when we were looking through SamCart. If you're not familiar with SamCart, it's probably, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but it's the best e-com platform if you're trying to drive conversions, drive average order value up. And that really matters the most for situations like this. People like us who want to run paid ads. If you aren't doing little things to boost your average order value, get your ROAS up, get your front end conversion rate up, your ads are just straight up not going to work. So we have this platform with tens of thousands of people using it, folks doing anywhere from $0 a year all the way up to 100 million plus. And we get to see behind the scenes. And then we go use the Facebook ads library, which, if you guys don't know what that is, write this down. Facebook ads library. Just go Google it. It's where you can basically look at all the ads we're running, all the ads any of your competitors are running. You should be watching that every day, especially after watching this video, because you'll find out the only thing that matters is this image or video, and just see what your competitors are doing. What we found with probably 9 out of 10 of our top sellers is that they were not changing this headline or the post text up here. We're not changing it at all. You would look through their Facebook ad library and you would just see dozens of different images, videos, carousels, different types of creative here that they were just testing creative. Because if you think about it, that's what's going to grab somebody's attention when they're scrolling through their news feed, and this is their news feed and there's something above and below and they're scrolling down. You need this image is what's going to grab them, that image or that video, the first 3 seconds of that video. And that's the only job of the creative, is really to grab their attention. If it's a video, the video can do essentially the entire job of the ad. They won't even read the headline, won't even read the post text. They're just going to watch this video. If you do a good enough job selling it, they're going to click this button down here and go to your landing page. Then the job of your ad is done. If your ads aren't working and you're getting clicks, it's not your ad's fault. Most likely, it's going to be your landing page wherever you're sending this traffic to. If it's an image, the job of the image is not to sell the click. The job of the image is to get them to stop scrolling, to stop on your ad. I guess you can't really see that. Let me scroll in on this thing. Oh, it's not going to let me. So I'll redraw it. Your job, if they stop scrolling here because of that image right here, then your image did its job. It did what it is supposed to do. If they're scrolling on their phone, the job of that image is to get them to stop scrolling and to watch and read your ad. That's where your headline and your post text picks up. So what do we do with this information? What we did is your number one job if you're starting a new ad campaign is to find your control headline and your control body copy. That's it. Make one image or one video and then create 4, 5, 6 different versions of your headline and your post text. And if you're super lazy, Facebook does this for you too. Just let them do write one version and then pick one of their variations and test nothing but the headline and the post text. Let it run, spend 4 to 5 times the amount of your product price. So if you're selling, a widget over here, pretend this is like your product and it's $10, take 10 times 5 and spend $50 on each one of these variations and then find out what your control is. Once you have your control and you've tested 5 headlines, 5 body copies or post text up here, then stop writing headlines and post text. Just use that text and that headline and only run new images, videos, GIFs, carousels, run different creatives. That's it. You're going to cut 50% of your workout instead of trying to figure out how to re-say the same damn thing every single time. Because if you run Facebook ads, you probably run into, it's one of the most annoying parts is you have a product over here and you're trying to figure out hundreds of new headlines and new body copies every single month or year, depending on how much content you're creating. And it's kind of difficult at times to figure out how to talk about one product 100 different ways. The good news is you don't need to. Talk about it once, find your control headline and post text, and then just test different images, videos, etc. and rotate them in and out. And here's the good news. If you are, trying to figure out like how many different types of ads or images or videos I can make, the good news is that part is actually easy. You just need to write down this list that I'm about to give you or take a screenshot of these images right here. These are my favorite different types of ads. And if you go use the Facebook ads library, you could probably come up with 100 different types of these. But just write these down because they're good reminders. If you get into the mode and you need to make a new image or a new video because yours is going stale, these are all of our favorite types. You have slideshow videos, which you can easily make, especially with tools like Typeset. You can run authority ads if you have friends or you have customers that are big influencers in your niche, just getting them to say something. You can do little Loom case study videos. These are actually working extremely well for us right now. You can go look at any of the Typeset ads in the Facebook ads library. Those are doing extremely well. And it's just me on camera kind of showing the tool. You could show your product. If you're a physical product, just be on camera and just talk through it. All off the cuff. All of these, lower production value, the better. iPhone camera is better than fancy camera like I'm using right here. When it comes to ads, just the more authentic, the better. Anything weird or curiosity, like just stuff that people, like they see the ad and they're like, wait, what is that? Memes do incredibly well. The funnier, usually the better, or kind of the more outrageous, the better. Anything that has to do with topical news. So if you're, in the stock market talking about like an impending recession or some new stock that they need to buy or some new trend or technology or something topical that kind of the world sees on the news, it's always going to be extremely high click-through rate or, stop the scroll rate. UGC, there's hundreds of agencies now that you can pay like $50 a video to have somebody, some young influencer jump on a phone and do a selfie camera and talk about your product or read a script that you give them. You have urgency ads. So if you're running a flash sale, those do extremely well. Comment screenshots still work incredibly well. If you have a Facebook group or a Twitter following or anything on social media where you can take screenshots of somebody's comment about your product or a good result that they had. And then anything scarcity. So you have an offer that's closing down, a deadline that's coming, you're running low on quantity, whatever that is. All of these ads, I mean, again, each one of these, you probably could come up with 10 UGC ideas, 10 urgency ideas, 10 slideshow video ideas, or Loom case studies. Just rotate those in and out. And a lot of times, if you come up with kind of a pocket of 10, 20, 30 ads, by the time some of them die out and you get new ones in and those die, you can rotate the old ones right back in. And you then really all you're doing on a day-to-day basis inside of Facebook, you're not managing audiences, you're not managing bidding, you're not managing targeting, you're not managing multiple campaigns or ad sets or any of this other stuff. You're just going in and you have 3 or 4 ads that you're testing, 3 or 4 different videos, images, carousels, whatever, at any given time. That's it. Like, we have done that, and we spend tens of thousands of dollars a day on Facebook. And it's with that simple approach. Essentially, one campaign, one ad set, 3 ads. And those 3 ads, the only difference, because we found our control headline and control body copy, is just a different image or video or whatever. Any one of these ideas down here are running at almost any given time. So hopefully that helps. Again, this comes from someone who has spent tens of millions of dollars on Facebook ads and not on like 1,500 different clients. I'm not an agency. This is money that I spent out of my own pocket on products that I own, that I need a return on. Like, this is real money that needs to get a return. So these ads have to work. We don't have some huge testing budget. You get a lot of guys talk about how much money they spend on ads, and you find out it's across like 100 different businesses, and their budgets are really like $1,000 a day, not $30,000 a day. So take that. Let me know if it works for you. If you like this video, leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and we will talk to you all soon.